A very warm welcome to PCE Instruments, your manufacturer of test and measuring instruments for industry, trade and research. PCE, professional, calibrated equipment.
Hello, I have here a proper heavyweight on my table from PCE, the LPS 4305. Heavyweight because it is heavy, but for all the performance is very good. When I say that is a power supply, that is not right. That's not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 power supply units. It replaces 5 power units on my workplace. Why? Let's start with the sockets down here. When we look at them, here's channel 4, and it shows 8 until 15 volt by 1 amp. That's the first function in this device. After that, you have USB 5 volt 2 amp. I can connect it direct to USB source. After that comes channel 2, 0 to 30 volt, 0 to 5 ampere. That's the third. Then we go further here, we have channel 1, does the same as 2, 0 to 30 volt, 0 to 5 amp. Then the channel 3. That is the 5th power supply unit or power unit function, 3 to 6 volt, 6.5 even, and 3 ampere. So I can simultaneously 5 different voltages get out, and 4 you can set individually in certain areas, current and voltage. Now we can have a look at it. What I can see here in the camera is the display. It looks a bit strange, a bit blurred, that dilutes. The display is so bright that the camera is blended and makes it look blurry. I'll just ask the cameraman if we can make the picture a bit darker so that we can see. That is what the display looked like. The camera can't see the intensive blue color. It is super sharp light and recognizable. Okay, thanks. So now we are in the normal area. Let's look further. We have here, we have the possibility, the voltage to set. You can see it changes up there. And here the power reduction doesn't change because we don't take power from anywhere. That is why nothing is shown. Exactly the same we have on this side. This is shown naturally on the side. And here on this place I have the possibility to switch over. And then is nothing shown in the display. I have to first switch on the output. Now there's something in the display. Now I can hear the channel 4, I showed you that at the beginning, set separately from all others. Set my voltage onto the out from channel 4. If I switch back, I can see what I had before on channel 2. And that is still there. Exactly the same, it works on the other side, on the other voltage out, so that wasn't everything. I have now my 5 volt and my 2 lower voltage outs and 2 higher. All independent from each other, but what do I do when I say, okay, this goes up to 30 volt normally, but really up to 32, I think, also, or 31.5, but I have devices that need 40 volt or 45 volt or 50 volt. The manufacturer have also thought about this. I have the possibility that what I do with 2 power unit normally do, that I join them together and connect in a row. That is done here internally. I have the possibility with these 2 buttons to switch over, and now in sync both power units are changed when I turn this wheel. You can see they go up. This mode is called tracking mode because the channel 1 follows the channel 2. So and now when I connect here 1 on plus and here 2 on minus, they are internally behind each other in series. We have here over both voltages activated. Serial switched and added. So now we have to look here. We have 32.52 volt, and actually I can now, using my wheel, go higher. And you can see I reach a voltage what with a normal power unit don't reach, through the adding of both. So just take these back off. Now we have the possibility, the both main power units, to switch in a row to make the out voltage the double. I don't have to turn two wheels, just turn one, and through the tracking mode both power units are set to the same value. I have one more possibility, and that is I have the possibility to switch both parallel to each other. You can also do this with batteries or with normal power units or with power devices. But here it works internally. Here both main parts switch parallel. I have no out voltage from 5 amps more, but 10 ampere available. It is pretty simple when you have consumer that have a high performance and want a high voltage. And then I think with this device there are so many areas of application that you can't imagine what you can do with it. While the power units inside are set parallel, you can naturally switch over to the other two, which are independent. And you can see from these so a device, I would say, superlative, with which I can 5 different voltages and currents simultaneously use. By me on my workbench are so many devices next to each other, very old to very new. A very good solution that PCE have brought with this 4305, and this is also a lineal power unit, and this is HF moderate and mute. No noise comes out of the switching power supply, and you can use this on a radio test station.
Discover and order the latest measuring and test equipment now on www.pce-instruments.com.